Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. We are at the Spencer County 4-H Fair, which wraps up tonight. We're going to talk with Shania Mundy and Jesse Smith. They are 4-Hers here at the Spencer County Fair. But tell us about yourselves. You know, where do you go to school? And if you're going to college, where are you going to go to college? And we'll pass the mic back and forth.
Well, I'm Jesse Smith. I just graduated from Heritage Hills, and I plan on going to college at WJTS.
In Jasper?
Yep.
Okay, it's a great place to go to school.
Yeah.
And Shania?
My name is Shania Mundy, and I just graduated from Heritage Hills High School as well, and I'll be attending Indiana University in the fall.
Okay, now, well, you've got the microphone.
Okay.
Shania, we'll start with you. Tell me about the projects you had here at the 4-H Fair, and which one was your favorite?
This year I did cake decorating, recycling, junior leaders, wreaths, and floriculture, and my favorite was cake decorating for sure.
What did you do?
I made a 5-tier wedding cake.
Oh, really? Did it turn out? Were you surprised at your skill?
Yeah, and I tried different things this year, so I was excited about it.
Now, is it really a cake, or is it on a cardboard?
No, it's just styrofoam.
Oh,
and then we
use
hard icing on it. So
okay, because I was wondering how those cakes could stay, and
yeah,
nobody would want to eat those. But okay, now let's go back to Jesse here, and Jesse, tell me about your projects.
I did create a mix as well as junior leaders, so not quite as many projects, but
okay. And creative mix is what?
Basically, you take like cake batter, cake mix, and you mix two of them together, and you do several trial and errors, but you have to figure out which one makes the best combination of the two mixes and try and make a cake with two different mixes.
So you made your own concoction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
And what was yours?
I used a regular vanilla cake and a chocolate cake and just kind of made a swirl, basically.
Or a
Simple
mud.
enough, yeah.
Could be that. And Shania, what'd you do with your cake mix? Did you do mix?
No, I just did cake decorating.
Oh,
so I decorated it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about, since the fair really is ending tonight, and folks, if you can make it to the fair, you still got time to go out to the Spencer County Fair. But let's talk about 4-H as a program. It really doesn't end with the fair. Tonight's the last night of the Spencer County Fair, and there are other fairs that are going on throughout the summer. But what does 4-H do throughout the year?
Well, both of us are in junior leaders, and we start that really right after the fair. So we go out, we do a lot in the community. We pick up trash and plant flowers and a lot of stuff, especially during Christmas time, we'll do. And so that lasts all year long. And I know my dad's on the 4-H board, and right whenever the fair ends, they're already planning for next year. So it's a year-round thing, and you got to prepare as well with your projects and everything and signing up. So it does take year long, and then you get to wrap it all together in 1 week in the summer.
Okay, so. And you're in junior leaders too?
Correct.
Junior leaders is its own club, is that right?
It's like junior leaders is a part of 4-H, but it's like a club inside of 4-H itself.
So are you a member then of two clubs?
Right, I'm in my local 4-H club in Mariah Hill, and then the junior leaders club for Spencer County.
Okay, and so how often do you meet?
Once a month usually, and then sometimes whenever it gets closer to the fair, like our local club will meet like 2 times, 3 times.
Okay, now tell me what is something valuable that you have learned. This was your last fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so you're wrapping up your tenure as a 4-H'er.
Right.
What is something that you've learned in 4-H that you will carry the rest of your life?
Definitely leadership qualities, because over all my years in 4-H, whenever I was little, I got to attend 4-H camp, and then starting my freshman year in high school, and then all of the other 4 years, I was able to be a camp counselor. So that was a lot of fun, because I got to work with kids and be a leader to them and be a good role model, and hopefully make them want to be counselors one day too.
Okay, and Jesse, what about for you?
I'd say the same thing. I was a camp counselor as well, and it teaches you a lot of leadership and responsibility. Dealing with all the younger kids at camp, and I think you learn a lot of time management too. You got to make sure your project's turned in on time and get everything prepared and set out. So I think you learn a lot through 4-H.
Well, I've been to a lot of 4-H fairs, and I have always been impressed by 4-H'ers, whether they're the little kids or those of you who are older now and going out. It just seems like you're a different class of person. You've learned things from 4-H, and I hope that you're able to carry that through the rest of your lives.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks to both of our guests. We have had Jesse Smith and Shania Mundy. They have been with us on 18 WJTS in.form. The Spencer County Fair wraps up tonight, but Spencer County 4-H does not. Contact the local Spencer County 4-H office. Find out how you can help or how your kids can be involved in 4-H. And enjoy the fairs that are going to go on the rest of this summer. This is WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.